Good. We have started the recording. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today for the District 2 December Town Hall. Can't believe it is already December. So I am Anu Jokinen. I am your district director, and we also have our program quality director, Roberta Craig here, and as well as our PRM, Marty Varela, and then our club growth director, Joanna Tavera, is not able to attend tonight. But we'll go ahead and get started here. So we are at the halfway point, if you can believe it. We've had 6 months so far we're in the 6th month of the Toastmasters year. We're going to end into the final 6 months, and our goals that we started off this year are unification. This is a historic year for District 2, merging the 3 districts into 1. So our goals have been unification, member-centered, and to be future ready. And I just want to do a little recap of some of the things that have happened this year. So in efforts to unify our district for our area director and division director training, we brought in a lot of folks in here for that training, and it was fabulous getting to know everybody from all of the different regions. And we had some people online, but it was a great time getting to know each other right at the beginning of the year. And then we also had the international convention where we got to see a lot of our members there as well, our region advisors. Some of the things that we're doing for Future Ready, we did some club officer trainings regarding AI, and Josh Hinman is having another session this Saturday, December 6th in Bellevue, but it will be hybrid as well, and it's all about AI. Again, seeing how we can use that tool to help us in our Toastmasters journey. Some other things, again, we've had fantastic club officer trainings. Thank you, Roberta, for all of those. And I remember the first couple ones we had, it was just so energizing because everyone from all of the different regions, from all of the different districts came together and had so much energy, and they were learning from each other. So I was just so excited at the beginning of the year. We've also had district executive committee meetings. We've got district council meetings. We had, based on that district council meeting, one of the things that came out of that is that we need to learn how to understand the parliamentary procedures better. So we had Rick, he gave an awesome training on the parliamentary procedures, and that's available on YouTube. We also have started the incentive tracker, which is a great way to really monitor all of the incentives that your club has earned and also have visibility in the incentives that are out there. I know I struggled with that last year as a program quality director and making sure that it's all up to date. So when I learned about this incentive tracker, I kind of jumped on it too, because we really want to make sure that the clubs have visibility into that and be able to utilize those incentives to make good use for your members there. Let's see here. We also, so many of our clubs push forward to the finish line. I know this September 30th was a important deadline. We were all trying to get those club success plans in, and I think we had a lot. We had about 80, 90 of our clubs submitted their club success plan, so I think that was fantastic. Some other things that we did, we had an awesome member development day, and this was another opportunity for us to be unified. We had, 3 on-site viewing locations. We had one in Renton. We had 4. Did we have 4? And we had one in Fairbanks and Anchorage. And it was just really well received. Lots of good feedback from the members. I was at the one in Renton, and just lots of positive things happening. So I just wanted to give a little recap. So think about all of the things that have happened so far in these past 6 months. So I want to open up the floor. So tell us, what has been your favorite moments so far this year? And feel free to come off mute. Anyway, Katie, yes.
Somebody. I really enjoyed the area governor and district leader training. Was that back in June? I was excited to meet people from the um, other districts, and I thought the training itself was concentrated. It wasn't stuff I already knew. It felt important to listen to all of it, and I appreciated it.
Very good. Thank you. And thank you for Roberta for coordinating all of that. That was a fantastic. We heard lots of good feedback on that area and division director training. Very good. Melissa, you had your hand raised.
Thanks. I truly appreciated the collective member development day. It was a fantastic example of how we can orchestrate hybrid events across the division district. And I believe that it will serve as a fantastic example for future events, including our district conferences. Thanks.
Very good. And we're looking to kind of up the level for our conference. So we're having a meeting. Roberta and I are meeting with someone on Thursday to see how we can even provide a even better hybrid experience for our conference. Very good. Anybody else? What has been some of your favorite moments so far? Nancy.
I've been excited to see so much people get their club success plans in from clubs, and also our area directors getting their reports in here recently. So that's been exciting to see those things in on time.
Very good. Anybody else? Carol.
I have really enjoyed so far since the new year started on July 1st. I have really enjoyed meeting new people. If any of us have been in our separate districts and we knew all the people, we were pretty familiar with everybody around us. You know, I mean, we still enjoyed everybody, but I have enjoyed meeting new people as we came together as a three into one. And it's just been wonderful to make new friends and to, work with them and whatever. It just was wonderful. And I think that started us off to a good year. And I think we're going to have successful years this year and forward.
Yes, I completely agree with you. I have loved meeting everybody. I know, like, and Michelle is our new admin manager. She's been such a wonderful addition to our team. So she met up with me at our storage unit on Saturday. And so we were making sure that we have plenty of medals for our area contests, and so that we can also get our division contest trophies ordered. So I feel like I've known Michelle forever. It's only been a few months. So I agree. Everyone in the entire district has been fantastic. Anybody else? Laura.
Hi, I attended the area director training at the start of the year and member development, and both of them were really great. And it's been fun meeting lots of new people.
Awesome. Very good. Be here. Me, if anybody else have anything they want to share, what they've enjoyed so far in these last 6 months, or the first 6 months?
So I would say my favorite moment was standing around with my club officers at a meeting in July and maybe the August one. And we powered through our club success plan together on one screen, and we just stood around until we had it done. And everyone felt so excited when we could hit that submit button and felt like we were all a part of it.
Very good. Awesome. All right. Very good. So I just wanted to kind of get a feel for what people have been enjoying. And so I'm actually going to also then just kind of turn it over to one other question. So on the flip side, what is it that you would like to see more of, or something else in these next 6 months? I have my pen and paper here. Take notes. Any suggestions on what you would like to see? Nancy?
I guess more clarity on the incentive programs that are being offered and upfront a little bit sooner than rather than all of a sudden just seeing it pop up and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, now we got to do something else.
Okay. Yes, and I do apologize. That was because of the new incentive tracker tool. It took a little bit longer, and as they always, there's who's the one author says that everything awesome always takes longer than you think, right? So we wanted to also be thoughtful on how we push that out as well, and we wanted to make sure that it was working and everything like that. Because again, we have nearly 200 clubs, right? 9 divisions. So we're trying to be purposely a little bit slower, just to make sure that we try to do things as best as we can. So and also the phrase is that measure twice, cut once. Right? So, but maybe we need to work a little bit faster. Anybody else? What else would you like to see more of, or something else in these next 6 months? Laura?
I'm looking forward to seeing the new website. I don't know if we're going to a completely new thing, but that's my understanding, and I'm excited to see the end product.
Yes. Marty, do you want to share a little bit about that?
I don't know what I can share. I think that we're all aware that since each district previously had its own website, there needed to be some sort of a combo effort. And District 2 had already committed to using a different platform for managing our website, and we are in the design process now. It is not going as quickly as we would like, but that's because we are erring on the side of thinking in advance about what we want versus what we need, and making it look as good as it can, because that has something to do with whether or not people will use it. And we are hoping to launch that at the beginning of the year, if not sooner. And in the interim, we are really grateful for the abundant patience that you've all had. Every time that you have to go to our current site and look at the way that it looks and hunt around and try to find information that you need, we are hoping that that will be significantly easier come the new year. And I'm glad that you're excited about it, because it helps to reinforce our perception that our members really want that tool to be working, because we want that too. Thank you.
Yeah, and then Leah, who is doing the bulk of the transition from our current site to the new site and designing it. She's done a fantastic job. And we plan to have her at the January town hall so she can walk everyone through the layout and get some feedback as well. And I think that so that you can say it directly to her while she's on the line. But I think you'll be very pleased with a lot of the work that she's done. That's Katie. Katie, go ahead.
I did not get the name of the person who's doing the web page. Is that Kelly?
Leah, no.
Who is it?
Leah Amon.
Leah.
And if you are ever wondering about any of the district leaders, at the bottom of the starburst are links to each of the people and their designated tasks. She is our web maestro, and Monica Mees is our social media maven. They are both a part of the public relations manager team.
And Marty is always looking for more members, especially with the starburst editor.
Yes, but I feel like I'm a broken record, so I'm not going to fixate on that this evening.
Yeah, but if anybody knows, Marty's done a fantastic job, not only being the PRM, but also being the starburst editor, but we would love to give her some help as well. So if you know of anyone, or just even want to shadow Marty on the creation and maybe doing even little bits and pieces, I think even doing the club announcements would be a huge help, just doing that piece. All right. Anybody else?
If
What else
I
would you like to see in these next?
if I may,
ahead,
Madam
Rick.
Director,
Yes.
compliment to Marty and the Starburst team. Years ago, World Headquarters used to have competition for the best district newsletter, and since I'm out of touch, do they still have that? That's a question. Do they
I don't
I
still
know.
can't
have
say categorically, but I don't believe that they do.
Okay.
There's so much because the PRMs are not controlled as a group the way that they had been previously. We're kind of isolated and siloed within our districts. There is not much opportunity for us to sort of stand out with each other except to share our best practices and steal shamelessly. But I have looked at many other districts' web pages and I have the desire to make improvements in ours, but we have some technical limitations, and that's the reason we've prioritized the website, because the website will also be helpful for us in making that newsletter more user friendly for those of you who actually look at it.
I'm one of those that look at it. When I served as district governor in 81-82, District 42, the Canadian provinces of Alberta and Saskatchewan, we were a top 10 newsletter at Prairie Horizon. So that's why I asked the question. And I would put District 2 Starburst in that category, the top 10 letter. Congratulations.
Rick, that makes me want to cry. You have no idea how potent that message is. I will be thinking about that next Sunday night when I spend the overnight making that newsletter happen.
It's too bad no World Headquarters no longer has that competition. But what do I know? I've just been in for how many years? Whatever it says up there. So.
Anybody else? What else would you like to see? Ken?
It's actually Dana, his wife, but no problem. What I'm looking forward to seeing is, I'm sorry, I know there was a list of training and the newsletter on Monday, and I scanned it and didn't look at it in close detail, but I am looking forward to training on officer roles because our club changes officers every 6 months and we have new people coming on board. So I'm really looking forward to them getting great training in their new roles.
Very good. Excellent. All right. This has been super helpful, and then we'll continue on with this, but I do want to make sure I give Roberta some time. So, oops. Actually, talk through a couple. Marty,
right before you get to the next segment, I would like us to use these town halls to share best practices in membership building. Every club in our district, with few exceptions, very few exceptions, would benefit from member increase. And we're all working to be better. And I'm sure that this particular brain trust that's in the room right now probably could make some suggestions, but if we could be more intentional about that, that might get people to come to the town hall. If they can come share their best practices and then also hear other people's success stories, which will generate possibilities for them, that will only be beneficial for our entire district.
All right. Well, do you want to talk about that? Anybody has had success with member building their clubs? Or the area directors who have experienced clubs that are thriving?
I can toot my own horn for my club, Upper Morning Toastmasters, but I can't say it's about recruiting. People are finding us, and we finally set a great precedent of really embracing pathways. And so people are doing it, and they're basically fighting to get a spot to speak. And it's so much now that we're foregoing, sadly, every other week we're foregoing our table topics so we can have an extra speaker because we only meet for an hour. But people are doing really great, and we only have 2 more education goals before we've maxed them out. So it's just been really exciting. And I think part of it is just we're modeling what is supposed to happen at a meeting. They were supposed to be doing our pathways and embracing that. So it's been really exciting because we used to be one of those clubs who consistently had 3 or 4 people attend every week, and all we did was table topics or speeches that weren't pathways. So it's really been cool.
Well, can you tell, I want to dig a little deeper. So tell us what made the shift, what happened, what got people so excited about pathways?
Well, I part of it, I think, is a couple years ago for my persuasive speech, I finally said, because I was a fairly new VPE at the time. And so my speech for that was, you guys, you have to embrace pathways. And I really gave a big push with that. And then I put a lot of work into figuring out how I could help track people's pathways and keep them motivated. And I just passed the baton for a VPE to another Toastmaster, and she's doing a phenomenal job. Like, I'm so excited that she's taken up the mantle because I didn't want to give the job up, but I felt like it was in the best interest of our club to give somebody else the opportunity. And that's another exciting thing is this year, all 7 officers are serving 1 role for the first time since I've been a member. And that's really, really cool. So I don't know. I think between like the OGs in our club saying, okay, we're going to just get busy with this. And then all the influx of new people, I'm not sure how they keep finding us, but they're just saying, oh, this is how it's done. And I don't know. It's been.
Are you marketing? What additional marketing are you doing? Are you doing social media? How are they finding you? Or
we have a Facebook. Actually, we just launched a new Facebook page because the person who had our first original one fell off the grid, and so nobody had access for admin rights. And so we just launched our RVPPR, who's new to the position. She launched a new one. She launched also an Instagram page, and so that's been pretty cool. And we always try to we often try to remind people to post on their socials when we're at the meeting, just to kind of put it out there.
Awesome. Very good. Okay, excellent. Thank you. All right, so I have just a few slides left. I just wanted to remind people we're heading into our 3rd quarter here. So again, January, we have club contests, and those submissions are due to the area directors on January 31st. And then we have my Zoom stuff here. Then February, our area contest, and then we have the club officer training deadline is on 2/28. And then in March, we'll have division contests. And then our 4th DECM on March 4th, and then member renewals are due March 31st. So again, trying to look at the year in quarters. And then next up is our PQD updates. So I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'll have Roberta take over here. Let me give you sharing access. There you go.
Make sure I'm sharing the right screen here tonight. Well, the thing that I have enjoyed so much, I was trying not to jump in on the discussion there and let everybody else really drive it. The thing that I have enjoyed so much is the openness in people willing to explore new horizons and new boundaries and new technologies this year, with us moving into experimenting in hybrid formats in some of our meetings. Member Development Day really being the pivotal so far. You guys can hear me? And then all the training, people have been interested in some of the newer types of training that we've had. to be able to explore some other dimensions beyond just the traditional club officer training. So I've just been really thankful for all of that, and really thankful for all of our membership being very open and willing to explore those new horizons. The things I'm looking forward to in the coming year is, as all of you know, is the conference. And we're going to touch a little bit on my vision of the conference. I'm hoping I have hooked someone as my conference chair. I'll know for certain next week. And if not, hopefully they'll give me an alternative for the conference chair. But first, let's start off just a reminder of the district mission to grow new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. And I've got to give a big shout out. I know it's not my role, but I've got to give a big shout out to Joanna, who is hopefully by the end of this month, we are going to be back up to 200 clubs. And I got to tell you, that is phenomenal. We lost how many clubs at the renewal, Anu?
I think around close to 20, I think it was.
She has managed to talk some clubs into coming out of suspension, working with them to get them out of suspension. We've chartered, I think, 4 or 5 new clubs this year.
Yep.
We're waiting for one of them to show up on our dashboard, but a big shout out to Joanna and all the people that have supported the effort in sponsoring those new clubs and mentoring those new clubs and helping with all of the demo meetings. We're still looking for quite a few people who are willing to coach our existing clubs. If it's not anything new, I don't want to say it's a tradition, but we have almost 70% of our clubs in our district can utilize a club coach. And while that may seem very exhausting, think of it in the positive light. There's that level 3 project, think things, focus on the positive. Think of it in the positive light, that means that how many members can become distinguished Toastmasters by coaching a club. So please consider that. If you just need to check that one item off. The thing is, okay, here's the cincher. If you need that to get your DTM this year, you need to sign up to be a club coach before the end of this month. That's the deadline. You have to be a club coach for 6 months in order to meet one of the threshold requirements. So if you know somebody, if you're looking to get your DTM, if you haven't checked that one item off, please reach out to Joanna. And I think we do have a club coach chair to sign up to be a club coach. And that is truly the way that we all support each other in achieving excellence. The Distinguished Club Program, those metrics that we had of having to get those club success plans in. Now, how many, be honest, took that club success plan, filled it out, and have not looked at it since the day that you filled it out? Be honest. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, that's the reason why we have an incentive that it has to do with our mid-year club officer training, and we're roping in moments of truth and some other things that will sort of make you have to take a look at that club success plan once again. Some highlights of the Road to Distinguish, some December and January events. Participate in the Moments of Truth survey, and I will get back to that. Review your club success plans. Plan and publicize a club event. And don't forget your club contest. That is an event. If your club is holding a contest, this is a way to showcase the cream of the crop in your club to folks, to be able to say, this is what you can do. This Toastmasters gave these people the confidence to step up and do this. Sign up for club officer training. Area and division directors, if you are an area division director, or if you know someone who might be interested in being an area division director next year, starting in January, the second Wednesday of the month, we are going to have what I fondly used to call team leads. So sort of bringing that back, it'll just be once a month, the second Wednesday of the month, and starting in January. And what that is going to be focusing on is some of the training, pre-training, existing, ongoing training for area and division directors. What does it take to be an area and division director? So if you are an existing area division director and you have already picked out your heir apparent, now I'm going to say, if you are an area director, you should be thinking who is going to take your role and gather them up and have them join you on this journey for the rest of the year. Get them to come to the team leads so that they can see sort of a highlight of what is in store for them. And the big one, Anu has already mentioned it, the deadline for clubs to submit their contestants to their area director is January 31st. Okay. And I say submit their contestants. That, whatever way the club decides to choose who their contestants are, whether or not you are just setting someone up or you're holding a club contest. If you're holding a club contest, that's great because that gives your contestants the opportunity to practice. It also gives your members the opportunity to practice those roles so that they can volunteer to help out in the area and division contests. Some upcoming dates. Apologize, this is not as pretty of a slide, but easiest thing is just go to the D2 website for d2tm.org right now and look at the events calendar. It's all there. The ones that have the little star, you'll notice when you look at the events calendar, it has in brackets COT credit. So just about everything except for the DECM coming up this month is going to qualify for COT credit. And I will look to see what we can do of getting specific role training. One of the things that we've done in the past, and I'm not sure if I can get it done before the end of this year or end of this calendar year, or it'll probably be in the first part of January, is the Toastmaster journey mapping. And what that does is it takes a look at the 3 phases of a Toastmaster's life and how each officer role interacts with that portion of the Toastmaster journey. No, club officer training is one thing, but understanding how your role interacts with the Toastmaster journey is pivotal because that's what being a club officer is all about. So we'll probably have that the first part of January. Incentives. Now, I know many of you have been wondering, where has she gone with some of the incentives that maybe it seems a little clunky. The mid-year club officer training credit, I actually call this the Great Strides. So I want to explain Great Strides to all of you. Great Strides allows or involves having 4 officers trained because that's a mid-year requirement. So having 4 club officers trained. And then the second component is one of 3 things. Your club gets to decide which of those 3 things you're going to do. And the rationale behind those 3 options is to get you to take a look at that club success plan and make adjustments to it. So you're probably wondering, okay, what are those 3 options? The first one is to conduct the moments of truth. It's a good thing to do mid-year of the year to just get that determined. Do we need to make any adjustments before the end of the year? Are there things that we need to adjust? Or have we slipped on some goals that we had set? What can we do to correct the course so that we can be a distinguished club by the end of the year? There's 2 ways you can do the moments of truth. One is doing a club self-assessment. So the club itself has 1 member that leads the moments of truth. Now, if you read the district leadership, or not district leadership, club leadership manual, the person that usually is selected to do the moments of truth, who knows? Who knows who's supposed to be running the moments of truth in your club? Believe it or not, it's in the handbook. And it's not the VPE. Yay, if you're a VPE, one thing you don't have to do, right?
Is it the president?
No, not the president, although that is a good idea. It is the, in the handbook, it says the vice president membership. Okay, so when you think of it, it is the moments of truth is all about growing your club membership, how people perceive the club, how the club interacts with each other, how the club recognizes achievements, all that drives membership. And so that's why it's one of the responsibilities of your VPM to make sure happens. It doesn't necessarily need to be the VPM that does it, but they're in charge of making sure it happens sometime during the year. Now and the Moments of Truth is one of those successful club series projects. So if you have someone that's in a level 3, 4, or 5, or 4 and 5, if they need that little check mark, that's your person to do your Moments of Truth if you want to do it internally. Another option is to participate in the club or in the district Moments of Truth survey. You can find that survey link on the district website. And I monitor how many of the surveys we get in from each club every week. I download it to see how many we have, and then I send out a message to those clubs and say, okay, this is how many we have. If we've reached the minimum threshold in order to do your Moments of Truth survey. So if you have less than 10 members, you have to have at least 8 surveys submitted. Now you might be wondering, what if I have less than 8 members at my club? Have a guest, have your area director, division director fill out the survey for your club. So that's one way of getting that 8 count. Once we meet, and if you have more than 10, we're looking at close to 80%. I'm not going to make that a hard-nosed thing. We're looking 80% of the active members. Now, let's be realistic. We might have 20 members in our club, but in reality, only 10 members actually participate in our regular meetings. So that's why I send out an email to the club saying, hey, this is how many. Is this representative of 80% of your active membership? This is the number we're looking for. Once we get those numbers where they should be, I will pull down for that club and I share it with the club, with the responses with the club, the area director, the division director, and our Moments of Truth chair. If a district leader or a Moments of Truth chair, or the Moments of Truth chair, which is my go-to person, does the assessment for the club, the officers who are in attendance at that meeting will get club officer credit. So as long as it's either an area director, division director, or the Moments of Truth chair that does the assessment for the club at a club meeting. So this is a way to have a special club officer training specifically for your club. We really need to get those surveys in before or in towards the beginning of February. Don't wait till the end of February to think that you're going to get that, because we need to schedule it, get the assessment done, and send it back out to you. So I'm cutting the survey off at February 15th. The other thing that that district survey does is it also will help the district have a district-wide Moments of Truth for us to assess how are our members truly feeling about their own clubs. So if you want to use that full survey or the online survey, I will send it out to the club so that either you can do the assessment yourself, or you can see if we can get a district leader to do the assessment for you. The other option, if you don't want to do Moments of Truth, is for the club to submit a plan. I'm not saying you have to finish it, but submit a plan for an open house. And it has to be pathways forward. When I mean pathways forward, it has to demonstrate the Pathways Education program. So if your club does that as part of your regular club meetings, like Laura, you guys are doing that great, and making sure that you're highlighting pathway projects in your meeting. Another alternative, if you need some ideas, is come to the Pathway Project to Workshop meeting. We went over that framework at the Member Development Day. We're going to do another one here in December. So just to sort of discuss the framework so you can do so a minimum of 8 members in each club need to fill out a Moments of Truth survey for it to count. A minimum of 8 if you have 10 or less members, okay? If you have more than 10 members, we're looking for 80%, okay? 80% of the active membership. And we leave that up to the club to decide what they consider active membership. Okay, so it is a Pathways open house. So you have to plan it. You have to submit what the advertisement, the agenda, and who the guests will be. I'm not saying you have to complete it. That's another incentive that Joanna has. But it's planning it, putting it in your club success plan that this is an event that you will be hosting. The third option that you have for that Great Strides is if you have a club that has not submitted a club success plan, here is your last chance to do it. You don't get credit from Toastmasters International, but we will give you credit for completing them. Now, that may seem like a lot of things to do, but overall, it is the 4 club officers trained and doing something with that club success plan. That's what we're looking for in the mid-year training, is reassessing our club success plans and identifying, do we need to make adjustments? So those adjustments either can come from the Moments of Truth, or it's coming from submitting or doing an open house, or again, if you haven't done it, the club success plan. So that is the big Moments of, or the big Great Strides incentive. Any questions?
Roberta, I've got a question. For my prison clubs that do not have access to doing the survey online, is there another option for them?
There is the form. You can print it out. There's the form through the Moments of Truth project. So you could print that out and then they could do it if they don't mind being secretive. You could just read through all the questions and get what their ratings are for each of those. What we're looking for from the Moments of Truth is that you have to upload a signed document. This is your summary of your Moments of Truth signed by 4 club members, at least. Options present. Thank you. And then, so you'll upload that. You can upload it for them into the incentive tracker. And then a picture of a screenshot of what they've added to their club success plan. So if they're doing a club success plan hard copy as well, then you just take a picture of that and upload what they're changing or adding to their club success plan as a result of their Moments of Truth. So you can do it in a hard copy. And since you'll probably be there to do their, as part of their assessment, they can easily get club officer training in that way. Any other questions? Yes. So if you have 10 or less members, it's and I say 8 surveys. So especially if you have less than 8 members, it has to be a minimum of 8 surveys have to be submitted. And so you can have a guest, you can have an area director, division director, fill out the survey for that club. And there is a specific section in the Moments of Truth that is first impressions. So getting some guests to really give you a true assessment of what their first impressions are could be very valuable.
All right. That's a lot of good stuff there, Roberta. Thank you so much. Did you have anything else?
And then the other thing, I just want to give you sort of a 10,000 foot level idea of what we're planning for the conference is, as you know, we are holding the conference at Silver Cloud in Tacoma, a very beautiful location. And we're going to have 3. There's a big conference rooms that can be broken down into 3 smaller rooms. Our theme for the conference still has to get approved by Toastmasters International, but I'm giving you all the buzz, is Stronger Together, Powered by the Future. So we will have a room for the 3 rooms. When we break them down, one will be focusing on leadership management and how it is influenced or can be influenced by AI. Another one is going to be about public speaking and how that is being influenced by AI. So, and then our 3rd room, I'm hoping that we are going to use this as an opportunity to introduce non-Toastmasters to Toastmasters District 2 by having a 1-day speechcraft. So usually a speechcraft is divided out by several days. It's going to be a 1-day intensive speechcraft. So if you are interested in being a part of that vision, or know someone, or have a club that might want to be a part of that division, have them reach out to me. Like I said, I'm hoping I may have hooked my conference chair. They'll let me know next week. They're wanting to spend some time thinking about it, and hopefully that person will, I think that they have a good understanding of and are excited about where I want to take our conference. So focusing on leadership and leadership management. So it's not about Toastmasters leadership. It's about leadership out in the real world, public speaking, that in the real world, and then introducing some folks to Toastmasters itself. And if we can get a good crowd for that room, then hopefully we can knock down the price for our members in attending the conference and have it paid for, or majority of it paid for by non-members. So that's all I have for you. Feel free to reach out to me, and stay tuned for more on the district conference. We'll be rolling that. I'm looking forward to having that new page on the new website that's going to be highlighting a little bit more on that.
Very good. Thank you so much, Roberta. Again, lots of great stuff happening. We're super excited for these next 6 months. So we have about 9 minutes left here. And so again, this is a town hall. This is your opportunity to share some things, ask questions. What other questions do you have for us, or anybody online here? Any questions or any comments, feedback? Anything else? See, Michelle.
I have a question that Laura actually asked me about the officer training list that's being kept, and I've started getting requests to share it. And Laura asked, can I share it with other people? And I don't know what the intention is. So this is the officer training list. It's a spreadsheet, and I've been getting a bunch of requests from, I assume, area directors to share it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how they knew to contact me, or what the intention of that list is. Like, can they share it with other people, or is it just meant to add all the different trainings that people have created so that we can add them to the calendar? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I'm trying to think.
I know what you're talking about. I don't see any reason why we can't share that with, and have the area directors and division directors share that with their folks.
Okay.
It was in the Starburst because you didn't tell me not to share it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I'm
sharing
getting
it
the
with
notices.
4,000 people already, so.
Okay, good. So we can go ahead and share it.
Yeah.
Okay.
View only.
Very good.
View only.
All right. Anybody else? Good questions. I have a couple other, 2 last slides I do want to share here. Share my screen. So that we love to celebrate birthdays. And so Joanna's birthday is going to be later this month. And so even though she's not on the call here today, I was wondering if everybody can come off mute and just say, happy birthday, Joanna, and we can share this little snippet with her. So if you want to come off mute, I don't know, we tried saying happy birthday to Roberta on August 2nd, and it was
happy
fun.
Birthday, Joanna.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Joanna.
Happy birthday, Joanna.
Birthday, Joanna.
Happy birthday. Many, many more.
Yay.
Very good. Thank you, everyone. And of course, we are heading into the holidays. So District 2 wishes everyone a very happy holiday season. And just know that we are so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you and everything that you're doing to support, especially this historic year, this merger. You all have been so wonderful, reaching out and getting to know new members in the district. And we would love to have a couple more volunteers for different roles So if you are interested in doing anything at the district level, please let us know. We'd love to have your support and help. But with that, I think we can have you all leave 5 minutes earlier and enjoy the rest of the evening. But again, wishing you all a very happy holiday season, and we'll see you on January 2nd for our January town hall. And again, that's where our web maestro, Leah, will be sharing the new district website. So thank you, everyone. Woohoo! A wonderful
Happy
evening.
holidays,
Thank you.
trustees.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye,
Happy
District
holidays.
Night, all.
Good night.
Night.